How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be continuing my If I Was the Showrunner series for The Flash final season. This is for episode 8 titled The Separation. So without further ado, let's just jump on into the episode. The episode starts off an hour or two after the events of the last one. Barry, Max, and Patty are all at Star Labs, gathered in a semicircle. So what's the plan? Patty asks Barry. Max and I are gonna have to go, Barry starts. Go where? Max questions. It cuts to Barry and Max in the middle of a forest, both carrying shovels. Look, will you just tell me what we're doing way out here? This place is giving me the creeps, Max says. Barry stops dead in his tracks and points over to a tree stump. That's where he is, Barry remarks. Who? Max asks sternly. Eobard Thawne, Barry replies. The intro sequence plays. It cuts back to Star Labs. Patty is twiddling her thumbs when all of a sudden, Barry and Max come zooming into the scene, carrying a large bag with something inside it. They plop it onto the examination table. What the hell's that? Patty asks Barry. Barry unzips the bag, revealing a somewhat rotten corpse of Eobard Thawne. I know. It's very interesting. I didn't expect it to actually be in this timeline, but perhaps this timeline isn't as different as I was expecting it to be, Barry remarks. No. Trust me, you've just seen the tip of the iceberg, my friend. These are just mere coincidences. There's plenty of differences to come your way, Max exclaims to Barry. Why did you bring that body here? Patty questions to Barry. It's going to be Thawne's new host. When we bring Daniel here from the Speed Force, Thawne's Speed Force spirit is going to have to travel somewhere, Barry explains. Okay, but that's not possible, Patty remarks. Well, that's precisely why you're here. I need you to tell me just how long Thawne has been dead for. In my previous timeline, it would have been a few years at least, but there's no way of telling now. But since you do forensics, you need to tell me. Give me your best guess, Barry says. You can't be serious. Besides, don't you do forensics? Patty remarks. I am serious, and yes, I do. But I need another opinion to make sure. Look, don't doubt yourself, Patty. You can do this, Barry admits. Patty walks over the body and examines it for a few moments. I don't know, judging by the deterioration of the epidermis layer, I'd say only a few months, 3 or 4, Patty says. All right then, this could work. The energy Thawne contains could easily shock the nervous system strong enough to bring it back, Barry states. Like Frankenstein's monster? Patty questions. Something like that, Barry says, as he then races off and taps into the Speed Force. Barry comes across the Speed Force prison and finds Daniel sitting. I think we found a way, Barry says to him. Daniel stands up and walks closer to Barry. Are you sure? Daniel asks. Well, there's no 100% guarantees with this, but we have to at least give it a shot, Barry remarks. It cuts back to Star Labs. Daniel is strapped to a table while Thawne's dead body is laying next to him. Okay, Thawne, now'd be a good time to take over Daniel's body for a moment, just so you could help us with your transformation, Barry says. Daniel convulses and Thawne begins to speak. My Speed Force spirit's quite challenging to unleash, Thawne remarks. We don't care. We're doing this. I'm literally giving you a chance to go back to your old body, Barry exclaims. Well, then I suppose I should warn you, Barry. Doing a procedure like this, there's no telling what could happen. Are you truly willing to risk your own son's life like this? Thawne questions. What other choice do I have? Barry asks sternly. You could leave us in that Speed Force prison for one, Thawne says. You just want Roscoe to come and find you and bust you out, Barry exclaims. Roscoe thinks we're dead, remember? Thawne asks. Yeah, nice try. I'm not taking any chances, Barry remarks. What do we do now? Max questions Barry. Well, I've been doing some research with the Star Labs records, and apparently doing something like this requires a high multi-radical extractor beam, Barry explains. Okay. Well, where are we going to find one of those? Max asked. Barry races out of the room momentarily and comes back holding something magnificent looking. I've already built one, Barry says, grinning. He then aims the device at Daniel's body. All right, everybody step back, Barry says as he then fires the beam at Daniel. Daniel's body shakes and sputters as bright yellow and red lightning surge all around him. Is it working? Max shouts. Hang on, Barry yells back. The yellow and red lightning begins to swarm into the air and slowly moves toward Thawne's dead body. Eventually it zooms into it, and the body starts shaking similarly to Daniel's. Barry only keeps firing the beam for a few more moments before then releasing it. Both bodies lay still. Barry walks over to Daniels. "Keep an eye on Thawns, Max," Barry says. Daniel's eyes open and he looks at Barry. "Dad?" he says in disbelief. Barry smiles. "Did it work?" Barry questions. I think so. I don't really feel Thawne anymore," Daniel says groggily. "That's great. You're okay now," Barry remarks. "I feel kind of weird, though," Daniel says. "Well, that's to be expected after what you just went through," Barry insists. "No, Daniel starts to say before he suddenly stops. Barry's smile turns to sheer panic. No. Hey, Daniel. Hey, you're all right. Come on," Barry says as he shakes him. While this is happening, Thawne's body awakens, and he stands up. "I told you there'd be no telling of what could happen," Thawne says. He then races out of the scene. Barry, not wanting to leave his son's side, urges Max to go after Thawne. Max runs off, and Barry continues to try and wake Daniel up. "Come on, Daniel. Please, come on," Barry cries. Barry attempts to do CPR, but it's no use. Daniel has died. The outro plays, and the episode ends. So that's episode 8 of The Flash final season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.